If you've never seen a pickleball game, imagine a blend of tennis and ping pong played on a small court with a solid paddle and a wiffle style ball. Now, here's a basic rundown of the rules. The court is 20 feet wide by 44 feet long, the same size as a badminton court. The net is 36 inches high at the sidelines and 34 inches in the center. Players use paddles about twice the size of a ping pong paddle and a perforated plastic ball with holes. Serves must be underhand and go cross-court diagonally. They have to clear the net and land beyond the kitchen line or non-volley area. And remember, you can't volley right away. Both teams must let the ball bounce once on each side before they can start volleying, which is a hit without a bounce. Now, the kitchen, or the non-volley zone, is the 7-foot zone on either side of the net. You can't hit a volley, a ball in the air, while standing in the kitchen, even if your foot is just barely touching the line. You can go into the kitchen and hit a ball that bounces, but you have to get back out before volleying again. So after the double bounce rule is satisfied, players are free to rally ground strokes or volleys. Just don't step into the kitchen during a volley. Points can get fast-paced when players are at the net, especially in doubles, and this is where quick reflexes come into play. Now, pickleball is usually played 2-11, win by 2, but only the serving team can score points. If the receiving team wins a rally, they don't earn a point, they just win the right to serve. Now, scoring in singles is pretty straightforward. The server calls their score first, then the opponent's. But in doubles, this is where things get a little more complicated and often confusing for beginners, and I can tell you I struggled with this. In doubles, scoring is called using 3 numbers. First, your team's score, second, the opponent's score, and third, the server number, either 1 or 2. So if you hear somebody call out 4-3-1, that means your team has 4 points, the other team has 3 points, and it's the first server on your team. Here's how it works. Each team gets 2 serves per turn, 1 for each player, except at the very beginning of the game when the first team only gets 1 serve to keep things fair. Now, if server 1 loses the rally, then server 2 steps in. If server 2 loses the rally too, then the serve goes to the other team. And when the serve changes teams, whichever player is on the right-hand side becomes the new server 1. The server number is reset each time possession changes. So for example, let's say you and your partner are serving. You have 6 points, your opponent has 5, and you're the second server. You would call 6-5-2. When the serve switches to the other team, the first server on the other side might call 5-6-1. Now, it sounds a little like bingo at first, but once you've played a few games or watched a match on TV, that's how I actually learned it. It clicks. So don't worry about it.